Brought to you by Lean Body, the #1 protein shake in gyms across America.
I used to train for figure. I was a professional bodybuilder, so I was training my upper body a lot more. I had an even split head to toe to try to grow everything evenly through the week. But now that's changed. So now I'm really focused on my lower body. Ultimately, my goal is to end up training somewhere between 3 and 4 days a week with two and sometimes 3 glute days, depending on that recovery. Am I getting my nutrition? Am I training too hard? You know, balancing all that, because it really is. It's not just what you do in the gym, it's everything you do outside of the gym. On all the exercises today, we're gonna do 5 times 15 reps. So those first 3 sets, we're just kind of working up to a top set. We're working up where 15 is gonna be really, really hard. And you'll see how I do that today. So I did a set with 10. I'm gonna throw another one on, see how 15 feels again. So that was another 15. Started to hurt a little bit, but it wasn't very hard. So I'm gonna go up a little bit more for this 3rd warm up, and then we'll really send it on the 4th. While I'm going up and down, I'm flexing my feet, my toes are to the sky the whole time. And the goal at the contraction, right, is to get the entire quad. So you wanna be driving up and trying to feel the leg extension all the way up to your upper quad here. So when you're doing that, when you're driving up, you're pulling yourself in and able to really, really contract the entire quad by driving those toes up and pulling yourself into the pad. But you wanna make sure that you are controlling your contraction, and then you're also controlling your stretch. If you're just yanking it from A to B, there's a lot more than just your quad doing that. So we wanna limit it to just your quad, and we do that by controlling the eccentric and the contraction. Yep. 1. So I only got 12 there, but that's kind of the point of that last set, being go a little heavier than you might get 15 and surprise yourself at 15 or fail before. That'll do. Life hack. So we're gonna do some split squats, everyone's favorite exercise, but some people have one of those rests for your ankles. We don't. We should get one. But I took the hip thrust pad so that I can adjust my foot and ankle on there without destroying it. We're doing 5 sets of 15 again over here. So just starting with something nice and easy. And I'm gonna stop at 15. It's gonna be just a warm up here. I like to actually start this range of motion on the floor or in the eccentric, just to really line it up. My goal here, I'm letting the knee travel towards the toe, and I'm driving through the ball of my foot. So I start on the ground, or in the eccentric here, so that I can really feel where the stretch of my quad is and how I need to be on every single rep. So once I have that stretch really locked in, I make sure I'm driving through the ball of my foot, and I drive almost up and forward towards the mirror here. So I let everything drive forward, and I continue keeping all of that pressure in the knee or in the ball of the foot. I ultimately want bigger glutes. What girl doesn't want bigger glutes? So in order to get a muscle to grow more than another muscle, right, we really need to focus on the training and the recovery, because if I can't recover from my training by eating and resting, then I'm not gonna grow from my training. So what I really do is specialize my training around recovering my glutes. So if I'm training my quads, I'm making sure that I'm only training my quads so that I'm not tearing my glutes down more so that it's affecting their recovery. So in this quad day, I'm really, really focused on stretching the quad and contracting the quad and making sure that it's only the quad that I'm working and not anything else to get from A to B. I really try to train glutes twice a week if I can afford, because my recovery is so good. I'm ultimately not married to anything because I really do like to listen to my body. If I train quads or I train glutes and then I train quads and then I wake up wrecked, then I'm not going to train. So if I don't listen to that muscle group and I don't make sure that I truly recover from it, then I'm just going to break it down more and probably not like atrophy from training it, then actually grow from it. I wake up and I choose either, to eat accordingly for a training day, or, I'm gonna rest and eat accordingly for a rest day. But ultimately there's no guilt around being married to a split. I'm really just trying to get as much training in as I can per week. And if I can't, then I can't, and so be it. So adductors, adding your legs to your body, bringing your legs in. What are we training? Your adductors here. So I truly believe there's the most underutilized movements for quads, simply being you have your quads, right? And if you go and flex your quads, it's your adductors that really, really do bring a lot of width to your quad and really kill your thigh gap. So if you have a thigh gap, it's because you don't train adductors. And if you have a thigh gap, it's 2024. Go marry an adductor machine. So with that being said, we are gonna train adductors just as hard as every other muscle because they're just as important. First and foremost, I like to bring legs together and scooch up because a lot of people bottom out at the top here. They're just more flexible, and this allows you to go wider without bottoming out. I want you to really focus on not bringing your feet together, not bringing your knees together, but bringing your adductors towards each other and squeezing at the top, going for a full stretch. And again, squeezing this, not just here, not just your feet. We're really focused on driving that muscle to each other. So on these, we're gonna continue and do that 5x15. So I'm warming up with something light that I know I can get 15 with, but really focusing on that muscle and really focusing on the mind-muscle connection. So then when it's time to actually train, the muscle's ready to go. Welcome to another set of quads. So same thing as everything. I'm gonna let my knees travel towards my toes, weight going through the balls of my foot, but I'm not letting my heels come up. So my feet are kind of low and together on this platform. I'm gonna unrack it, lower them a little bit just to get a full range of motion, keep myself locked in, and allow my knees to come towards my toes and drive. And on these, I'm just doing, again, 5x15, this first one. I'm just going through the range of motion, making sure I feel good. It's a full range of motion, and it's a nice, easy 15. When I'm really able to put some weight on, the weight feels good. I know the exact range of motion that I'm gonna be working with, and I'm really ready to send it. All right, guys, that was our quad focused leg day. Let us know if you liked what you saw. Subscribe, like, comment, and really, I want you to watch this video. I want you to focus on what you see and really put it into motion. I want you to practice your control of your movements, breathing through your movements, and really isolating the muscle that you're trying to work. Don't go from A to B, really focus on stretching the muscle and contracting the muscle and see how your workouts feel, see if it makes a difference. See you next time.